Wissmann Duggar reveals whether or not she'd ever return to reality TV. Wissmann Duggar has spent most of her life in front of reality TV cameras, but all of that changed when Counting On was cancelled in 2021. Since then, she and husband Jeremy Volo have lived a much more private life with their two daughters, though they have shared a lot of their lives on social media. But now that 4 years have passed away from the cameras, would Wissmann ever return to reality TV? On this week's episode of the Wissmann and Jeremy podcast, Wissmann and Jeremy talked about her reality TV past, including whether or not she'd ever be open to sharing her life the same way in the future. At this point, it's a no, especially if it meant following every aspect of life, the way that her family's shows did. "I don't know. I don't think so. Not right now. Not in this season of life," Wissmann said on the podcast. That's not to say that she doesn't have happy memories from filming Counting On and 19 Kids and Counting. It's because of those happy memories that returning to reality TV wouldn't create the same feelings as it did the first time around. For all those years you have the sweet memories of traveling and stuff, but it's not all the same, because you wouldn't have your same film crew, you wouldn't have your same people you're working with, she said. And you're not filming as a larger family unit, so there's lots of things that would feel so drastically different if you did a show again. Jeremy seemed to support his wife on that front, admitting that it could lead to a trap of constantly living in the past. If there's too much nostalgia, it can lead to this depression, because you're thinking, man, I'll never get that back, or I'll never have this opportunity again, he said. Fortunately, it seems Wissmann has had no problems moving forward now that her reality TV days are behind her. Not only does she host a podcast with Jeremy, but she's also authored multiple books, including her most recent release, People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations, which was released earlier this month. And now that she's expecting her third child, a baby boy, she has a lot to look forward to this year too. If Wissmann ever wants to take another stab at being a reality star, there's no doubt there will be plenty of fans ready to tune in, but she's got enough going for her these days that it wouldn't be surprising if that's all she wanted to focus on from here on out. Wissmann Duggar Volo reveals what she misses about appearing on reality TV and discusses if she would film another reality show. Wissmann Duggar Volo has lived her life off of TV for more than 3 years now, but the former TLC star revealed this week whether or not she would consider turning to the reality TV world, with or without her very famous family. As fans of the Duggars know, Wissmann and her family starred on 19 Kids and Counting for years before going on to appear with most of the Duggar family on Counting On until the series was cancelled in 2021. Wissmann and her husband Jeremy Volo now live in California with their children, with the couple only making occasional visits to Wissmann's family home in Arkansas for Duggar weddings and other events. The pair also share vlogs and host a podcast cleverly titled The Wissmann and Jeremy Podcast, where they keep fans updated on their lives and discuss various topics, including their time on reality TV. On this week's episode of the podcast, Wissmann opened up about the years she spent growing up in front of the camera, noting that it wasn't just the show's viewers who got to watch her and her siblings grow up on TV, but also the people behind the scenes. Crew members that were there, they saw us grow up and change, she said, mentioning the show's producer and director Scott Enlow, who Wissmann said was there from day one. They have seen all of the stages of you developing as a person, going from the age of 10 to 27, where you were just a kid, careless, then you start to become a teenager, she continued. You're walking through that stage, you're super awkward, then you go up to where you're meeting your spouse, and then you fall in love, you get married, then you have kids, you move away, all those things. I feel like they were just a huge part of our life, she said of the film crew, admitting that not having them around is something she misses about being on reality TV. Jinger said she also has fond memories of things like going on vacations and doing promotional photo shoots for the TLC series, but realizes there's definitely a downside to appearing on reality TV as well. When you think about the reality side of things, you're opening up your life. They're in your space every day, she said. That's a different vibe, and so I don't know if I would go back to the reality TV side of things. When asked by her husband if she would ever consider giving reality TV another go, Jinger said she believes those days are truly behind her. I don't think I would do another one, and when I say that, there are days where you feel like you miss some aspects of it, Jinger said, noting that it was such a big part of her life for so long. It's what I knew, it's what I did, and it's just strange not having it there anymore. It's kind of weird. So, sometimes it feels like, okay, if that was there, life would feel more normal, she continued. At the same time, 4 years removed from it, I think that it's also a different pace of life, and just being able to live your life, and not think twice about it, I think that's also a good change. Watch the latest episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast below. And no, there are no explanations as to why Jinger is making this face and slash, or why Jeremy is mean muggin' about meeting the 90-Day Fiancé cast. Could Jana Duggar join the Duggar family's 2025 baby boom? There are clues. Jana Duggar married Stephen Wissmann in August 2024, ending speculation about her future plans for good. The 35-year-old made waves by remaining unmarried, while many of her younger siblings weed and started families of their own. Now, it is Jana's turn. Duggar family followers have spent weeks speculating that the eldest Duggar daughter might be pregnant with her first child. There could be a few clues that big news is coming. It has been 5 months since Jana Duggar and Stephen Wissmann tied the knot. Still, they haven't publicly announced their plans to start a family. They may not have to, as Duggar family followers are spotting clues that the couple might already be expecting. Earlier this month, Jana and Stephen traveled to Arkansas to meet Jedidiah and Katie Duggar's twins. They documented the visit on Instagram. The twins are cute, but they weren't the star of the show. Followers quickly noticed that Jana was covered up in an oversized jacket in the post. They suspect she might be hiding a baby bump. Recent home decor updates have some followers wondering if Jana could be focusing on her home to ready it for an eventual baby. Still, there has been no official comment. While Jana has not announced a pregnancy, it wouldn't be surprising if the 35-year-old is expecting her first child. She and Stephen Wissmann tied the knot in August. Several of Jana's siblings all had honeymoon babies. If she were to follow in her sister's footsteps, a baby Wissmann announcement would be just around the corner. For now, Duggar family followers will continue to speculate, but there are several other Duggars to watch when it comes to new arrivals. While Jana Duggar has not announced a pregnancy just yet, if she does, she will be in good company. The Duggar family had a slow 2024 when it came to new babies joining the family. Just one Duggar sibling welcomed a child last year. They are making up for lost time in 2025, though. One Duggar family has already welcomed 2025 babies. Jedidiah Duggar and his wife, Katie Nakatsu, announced the birth of their twins last month. They are the first Duggar couple to conceive twins. Jinger Vuolo is expecting her third child and first son in the spring. Jeremiah Duggar and his wife, Hannah Wissmann, will welcome their third child this spring as well. Along with the announced pregnancies, Duggar family followers suspect Jill Dillard will welcome a 2025 baby. Lauren Swanson, who is married to Josiah Duggar, also appears pregnant. Jill will publicly announce a pregnancy at some point if she does go on to have more children. Josiah and Lauren have opted for a completely private life, and a public acknowledgement won't be happening. Family followers also expect Jessa Seawald to announce a pregnancy this year, as well, as she's given birth on odd years since marrying Ben Seawald in 2014. George Seawald is their fifth and youngest child. He was born in December 2023. Jana Duggar shares her shocking review of sister Jinger's new book. Jana has just reviewed her sister Jinger's latest book, People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations. Duggar News fans have been excited to learn about her views on her elder sister's latest publication. Jinger has not been new to the publishing industry. She has already published 3 books in the past. The reality TV star has made a name for herself with her book publishing career. Jana has always supported her older sister's work on social media. She likes to talk about it and promote it among her followers. Hence, the Counting On star yet again shared her views on her siblings' work. What does she think about the new book? Does she relate to it? What message does she have for Jinger? Over the years, the Duggars showcased their big happy family. However, shocking truths surfaced after Josh's scandal. Hence, Jinger Duggar came up with a book to break the IBLP shackles. Duggar News fans were waiting for the family's reaction to her controversial book. Surprisingly, Jana stood with her sister even at that time. She opened up about a conversation with Jinger, which helped her understand even more. She discussed the conversation on a YouTube video which changed her life. Jana was proud to know that Jinger's new stance had rocked the world. It allowed her a chance to figure out what the Bible actually said and what they believed. The reality TV star also realized that everything she learned as a kid was all lies. Jinger had launched another book to amaze her fans. What Jana has to say about it? Jinger Duggar has been busy promoting her new book, People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations among the Duggar News fans. She has been on a press tour to talk about her latest publication with new outlets and podcasts. However, Jana has been proud of her elder sister's work. Recently, she uploaded an Instagram story to show off a copy of her sister's book that she had received from the mail. Jinger is already a New York Times best-selling author and published 3 books in the past. Hence, her sister is excited to read her newest edition. Jana uploaded a picture of the book while holding it. She informed her followers that he had just received the copy from the mail. The reality TV star tagged her sister and wrote, "I am so proud of you." Later, Jinger also uploaded an unboxing video of her book to share her excitement with her followers. She wrote, "One of my favorite moments in the book writing process is holding my book for the first time." She prayed that her book would help all her fellow recovering people pleasers. Fans were proud of Jinger for her huge success. They were also looking forward to reading the book. Moreover, others loved to see her changing the world with her writing. What do you think about Jinger and Jana's beautiful bond?